to my channel. So today is a very much anticipated my makeup, I'm gonna say collection, although I don't like to say collection, and storage situation. So many of you ask me to do, you know, like a video how I store my makeup and, you know, kind of show you what I have. Like I said, I don't want to call it collection because I don't really try to collect makeup, and I do kind of get rid of my stuff on a regular basis. Friend of mine has a teenage daughter who is amazing at makeup. I mean, I saw, you know, some of her like pictures of, you know, when she was doing the eye makeup is just stunning. So I pass it on to her, the things that I just don't use and don't need, because, you know, I buy quite a bit of the stuff. So but like I said, I don't want to be this a collection. Those are just things really what I like right now, what I'm gonna show you, things that I, you know, keep in my kind of, you know, drawers in the bathroom. So yeah, so let me take you there along, and I'm just gonna kind of walk you through my entire setup. I still think this is a lot of stuff, but yeah, please don't judge. Okay guys, so this is pretty much my current setup. This is what I have right now in here. I have been organizing my, you know, kind of this section here quite a bit. I cleared out lots of cosmetics. But basically, I used to have like two of those towers in here, and then I had this top section, and, you know, my brushes were on top and the lipsticks, but I have decided to downsize a big time. So now you can only see obviously one tower in here, but I have plenty of stuff in the drawers. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Let's just kind of go through it. So first I'm gonna start here on the top. I put all my foundations in here. So you know, my favorite, current favorite, which is the Guerlain, and then I have my Armani, I have my Chanel. This one is Claire de Pau, is amazing, so I love this one. I have some L'Oreal in here, there's more Chanel in here, Estee Lauder, and there's a couple of Dior's, and of course I love the All Hours foundation from YSL. This one is amazing. Then I have a couple of, this is the Drunk Elephant Sukari Baby Facial. Let me know if any one of you is using this or used this before. This is just giving me a little bit, I feel like it's burning my face, that's what I'm gonna say. So, and this is pretty full, you know, I still have a lot of product in here. So I have two Colleen Rothschild oils, which I'm not too crazy about, at least now. There's some more foundation here, and of course this is my favorite Sicily Overnight Mask. And what else? My favorite, one of the favorite primers. There's a Sicily primers. And then I have like a random stuff in here, some eye creams. This is really good, you guys. This is the Laneige Sleeping Eye Mask. This is so good. This is my current serum, and I also have been using a lot of samples of the blue serum from Chanel, which I absolutely love. And if you haven't seen my, I mentioned this in my August favorites, so you might go ahead and check it out. I also trying some Submelage from the Submelage line, you know, some samples. I'm pretty much like going through the samples in here, and yeah, you know, some kind of a random stuff in here, more samples. And these are the by Terry, those little kind of primers. So yeah, that's kind of my you know, but this is most of my foundation. These are like basically in here. I've got this beautiful tower of lipsticks. So there's 20 lipstick in here. I have some Dior. These two are almost done, so I'm happy to finish those. My two favorite Beccas, which I mentioned in my favorites. Then obviously I have a bunch of Chanel's. I will link at some of them below, the ones, especially the ones that I absolutely love, like the Becca, Chanel, some of the Dior's. These are really, really good. And all my brushes, I keep in this. This is the Chanel container, which was like a gift with purchase. But honestly, I never got this as a gift. I pretty much purchased from someone. But this is like a makeup container. So I keep all my, you know, brushes in here. It has like 4 sections. See those little like sections in here. So it has like 4 squares. So basically I keep all my brushes in here. So it kind of stays right in here. And obviously I have my mirror right there as well. So in this tower, you guys, I have a couple of, you know, those eyeshadows in the pot, which I love. I have been so much into it recently. This is some concealers and like some like, these are like the eyeshadows, like a stick eyeshadows, I would say. So I have quite a few different in here and some eyebrow products, some samples of the mascaras and the eye primers, you know, like kind of random situation in here. Obviously, my favorite, one of my favorite is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. So it stays in there as well. This drawer is for more concealers. So actually this one, that one up was a backup. This is the one I'm using currently. Those are my current mascaras that I kind of use. There's some more concealers that I liked. So yeah, this is kind of things that I use pretty much, you know, on a daily basis. This one, on the left side, I have my different eye pencils, and there, as you can see, there are many different colors. My favorite ones are the one from the YSL, and these are in a brown color. They are very beautiful on the eyes. And then I separated my lip pencil with those sharpeners in here. So as you can see, there's quite a collection in there. So my favorite lip liners are the one from Makeup Forever. So for example, this one is in a color 14C. Love it so much. This is one of my fave. I also have some Charlotte Tilbury and the MAC. MAC is also very good. That's a Mark Whirl. Really good. So yeah, so these are like kind of my eye pencils and lip pencils products in here. This is another drawer with the lipstick. So obviously I have like more lipsticks that I use on a regular basis in here. And these are the ones that I, you know, if I don't feel like using, I kind of, you know, switch. But basically those are staying right now in here. And I have just a random collection, as you can see, of everything. I have some of the mini Tom Ford. My favorite one is Casablanca. Absolutely love it. Those are more, those are Pat McGrath glosses. I use them more like a top coat over my lipsticks. There's few Urban Decay, which I love. Those NARS are really nice. As you can see, I don't have much left. And yeah, it's like a random, you know, Lorac. I love this one. This is in the color Cat Lady. Love this one. Yeah, so there's pretty much like a little, you know, combination. And this is the lip maximizer from Dior as well. Like I use it like a top coat. So yeah, like a little random collection. This drawer, as you can see, is empty, so I have nothing yet in here. And the last drawer is my kind of random eyeshadows, like a single eyeshadows, and I have some of those applicators in here. Those are my Stila. There's some Urban Decay, ColourPop, and yeah, kind of like a random collections of stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at in the first drawer. As you can see, those drawers are pretty deep. So there's like a lot of stuff that I can put. At the very last, I have some Guerlain. Those are those little balls in those 2 containers. This is the loose powder from La Mer. So it's kind of waiting for its turn to be used, because I'm actually currently using loose powder from Jeffree Star, and I'm trying to finish also the Dior. So those are kind of the ones that I use it, you know, like on a regular basis. My Chanel cream bronzer, I love this one so much. Those are my Tom Ford quads in here, so I have 4 of them. This is the only Marc Jacobs blush that I own. Laura Mercier, this is one of the newer blushes that I purchased, which is so good. I'm gonna try to open this for you. I just dipped my finger in there. This is in a color, I think Fresco. Yeah, Fresco. So beautiful, so beautiful. Very kind of like natural blush. One of my favorite highlighters. This is the Stila, you know, the little putty kind of putty highlighter. Really good. And then I bought those containers. Those are like single, like as you can see, and they have eight spaces. So I bought these on Amazon. This one, this is double container. As you can see, the spaces are a little bit larger. I also purchased this one on Amazon. This one is, I think they advertise this as for your lashes, but I don't really put any lashes, you know. I have my own, so I kind of use it for bigger compacts. So this one is smaller, so as you can see, there's only one compact that can fit per, you know, per space. So I have some Hourglass blushes, some NARS, same in this one. This container is the same, so I have some bronzers in here, Too Faced. What else is in here? This is the Burn Mineral. This is the Sicily bronzer, which I love so much. Let me show you, because this is such a pretty bronzer. So this is like one of my favorite. This is so beautiful. It is expensive because it's Sicily, but it's really nice. I'm not sure if the Tom Ford is available anymore. The one I have, it's in Terra. Love this bronzer so much as well. This is one of the smaller compacts, so yeah, so it sits in here. I have two of those Huda Beauty, you know, eyeshadows situation in here. And then this row, I have some Dior blushes and Dior eyeshadows. So I usually put them like this so I can actually see. This one is my favorite. This one is in the color Dream. Really nice. And then these are some, you know, blushes in here. And I never mentioned this bronzer. This is from, as you can see, it's pretty big compact. This is from Estee Lauder. And the reason I don't say it, because it was a limited edition of from the Victoria Beckham collaboration of the Victoria Beckham with Estee Lauder. As you can see, I love it so much because it's almost done. And the compact is, you know, it's like, it's pretty heavy and it's all leather. It's very luxurious. And I have some Chanel bronzers as well in here. And then there's a lot of my Hourglass powders. I love those powders. This is, for example, a dim light. Really beautiful. My favorite one is Luminous Light, which is this one. I use this basically as my highlighter. It's really pretty. And if you want a little bit more blink, you know, from Hourglass, this one is also great as a highlighter. As you can see, I hit the pen on this already. I'm gonna link some of them, the ones that are available. I'm gonna try to link it for you. The powder, pressed powder that I swear by is from La Mer, and this is translucent powder, and I usually use like, you know, like a puff like this, and I just press it against and I put on my face. So that's what I really love. And yeah, I also have some Armani in here, more Hourglass, and these are my those are my two favorite Chanel blushes. They're actually very similar, Accent and Jersey. Accent is not available anymore because this was a limited edition, but if you can get the Jersey, they are basically very similar. This is Jersey, this is Accent, and they are so beautiful. I also stick here a couple of my favorite MAC lipsticks. So the syrup I mentioned so many times, this is the syrup, so beautiful. You know, again, I love those kind of mauvey tone, you know, lipsticks. And this one is Creme de la Femme, very similar. It's a little bit more pinky. I kind of stick them in here because they fit in here perfectly. And I also put my MAC Prep and Prime concealer in here because this is a glass bottle and I just don't want to break it, so it fits in here perfectly as well. So yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, I should also mention this. This is the Sicily blush. I use it a ton, you guys, but you can probably barely tell that it was used because it's such a hard pressed powder. but it's such a beautiful blush. It's a blush with the highlighter at the same time. It's gorgeous. Again, it's beautiful. It's expensive, but it is beautiful. They had it in 2 different colors. Mine is in rose. I think they had one peach color and rose. So those are my favorite. And also by Terry. I should also mention this one, because this one you can tell I use quite a bit. This is also beautiful, beautiful blush. If it's available, I will link it down below. This is in Sun Desire. Beautiful blush by Terry. This drawer is very, very deep. So I always had a mess in here, to be honest with you, and I finally decided to get some, you know, kind of containers that I could organize the space. And most of the containers I found around the house. So there's like a random selection. Those are like a little letter, for example, you know, like a file organizer. Same as this one. This one is acrylic. And this one is more like kind of cardboard. But hey, it's do the job, you know, everything is, it's neatly organized. This container is like a 3-piece, as you can see, I found in TJ Maxx, along with this tall container. This is such a lifesaver because, you know, I can put all my skincare products in here and they just stand up beautifully in here and nothing is like, you know, running all over the place. So I love this. I mentioned this Dior sorbate water many times. As you can see, I have just a little bit left. And yeah, I have a bunch of, you know, like a skincare items that I use on the regular basis. These are some Dior masks. This is Clinique mask, Sicily toner. You know, there's just bunch of stuff in here. Over here I have some of my moisturizers. This is my day moisturizer, which is one I brought from Poland, so you won't be able to get it in here. But this is the Caudalie and mentioned in my August favorite. Absolutely love this moisturizer, so I kind of keep them in here. There's my Luna, and then I have this container right in there which holds some of my extra blushes and powders that I don't really use on the regular basis in here right now, so I kind of put it in there. These are my Natasha Denona higher, you know, kind of palettes. They didn't fit into this drawer because they are, you know, as you can see, they are like pretty, you know, pretty long. And then I put some of my bigger, like a NARS palettes in here as well, and some random collection of eyeshadows. This big Marc Jacobs bronzer is beautiful, and it's, as you can see, it's huge. This is how it looks like, but it cannot, and I use it quite a bit, by the way, but I cannot fit this into, you know, this drawer, so it kind of sits in here. There's some more kind of random stuff. These are some of my Hourglass. Those are like a sets of 3 blushes, which I love, so I keep them in here because, again, they are pretty, you know, pretty tall. And then I put my Clarisonic, which I currently have it on this eye massager insert. I love this. I actually forgot to mention this in my August favorites because this is what I have been using every single day. So I kind of put it in here. It sits beautifully in there. Let me just close it. There we go. And then, yeah, there's a few more of like a higher palettes that wouldn't fit in the drawer above in here. That I have some extra, you know, stuff. Yeah, and then in here I have all my setting sprays. So I have MAC, you know, the Urban Decay. These are all, most of my primers. So, you know, these are all my favorite primers that I mentioned many times. This is the Fenty. This is like a primer moisturizer from Chanel, Hydro Beauty Flash. This is so good, you guys. I kind of keep it with the primer because it's like 2-in-1. My IT Cosmetics. I'm not too crazy about the cover effects. I'm keeping there because I'm still have to give a try, but I'm not too crazy about this one, but I love the Professional. And then this section I have my, basically my BB creams. So CC creams, BB creams, whatever you want to call it. This is the Guerlain BB cream. There's another IT Cosmetics, and yeah, I have some also. This is like a Maybelline foundation, the new foundation that I'm trying. And then I purchased this, there's also a Chanel CC cream right there. And I purchased this fan. I purchased this from Amazon. I used to have like a hand fan, because you know, when I spray my face with the setting spray, I want to dry fast. And I basically broke my Korean hand fan that I basically got it from one of my students. So after like 3 years, it just broke. So I've decided to get this electric one from Amazon, and it works perfectly. So I'm kind of keeping it right here. All right, so this is the last drawer, you guys, and basically I have all my palettes, like a bigger palettes in here. I purchased those little containers from a dollar store, and I basically put 3 of them in here, and they, as you can see, they fit perfectly. And I downsized my palette situation a big time. So this is all I've got left. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, big palette, so it stays kind of outside the container because it's too big. Those are my 3 Lorac. Those are those mega, what do they call them, Mega Pro palettes. So I have a white one, I have the original, which is like a burgundy, and the blue. And then one of my favorite palettes is obviously the Natasha Denona Biba palette, and it's so beautiful. Take a look at here. Those are like colors for neutral, you know, lovers. Really, really pretty. So this is Marc Jacob. I don't really use this, to be honest with you. Maybe I should give this one away as well. I'm trying to open with one hand to show you guys. It has a huge mirror, so it's good for travel. But yeah, I use it, you know, quite a few times, but I don't know, I haven't been reaching for this recently, so this might have to go. What else I have here? There's some MAC palette, and this is the Violet Vose. As you can see, this is a very warm tone kind of a palette. It's beautiful, but I don't know, for some reason I don't reach for it as often as I probably should. Those are my random eyeshadows from, there's some of them are from Inglot and some of them are different, but yeah, I kind of put them in this Z palette. This is from the Inglot. Yeah, these are really, really pretty, so I kind of put them in here. And then this is one of my favorite. This is the Huda Beauty Remastered, I think it's called. Again, very warm, kind of rosy tone, you know, color, so you can really tell what I like. And then I am not too crazy about this palette, to be honest with you. This is from It Cosmetics. This is basically brand new, as you can see. And oh, I like this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. Let me see, this way. Again, you see the pattern. I love the rosy pinky kind of tones. This actually I like, and I use it quite a bit. I don't think it's available anymore. This was a limited edition. So this is the Lorac Pro To Go, which I've never used it. So I'm actually thinking to let it go as well. So yeah, see, I'm still, there's some 3 blushes. I still have to do some cleanup, as you can see. What else is interesting in here? This is a beautiful palette. This is the Modern Renaissance. And yeah, I even hit the pen on one of them, so that's good. This Lorac Pro is not my favorite because it's a cool tone. And I'm not too crazy about the cool tone, but I'm keeping it just in case I wanna, you know, use it. This is the same story. These are just cool tones, so yeah, very good quality eyeshadows, but I just don't reach for this kind of colors. But I use this one to death. And yeah, I hit pen on 2 colors, as you can see. And I like this one. This one is very nice, very, you know, neutral. I probably will have to repurchase this because I feel like this one's probably like 4 years old. So it would be nice to have a new one. And what else? There's some random stuff in here. There's like a Z palette with random colors, which I basically don't use. And right before the sale ended, I purchased Natasha Denona Lila palette. And this Lila palette, the reason I purchased it because it was on sale. It was $99 instead of $129. And the reason I'm keeping here in the box, and I didn't even show you guys, is because it came broken. There we go. Do you see what happened in here? I tried to press, you know, with my finger. It's a beautiful palette. I kind of swatched those colors, but I called the Sephora, you know, because obviously this was $99 and I got 20% off. So basically I paid like, I don't know, 80 bucks. So I called the Sephora because I wanted to have the same one for the sale price. And I'm waiting for them to send me a new one, so I have to send this one back. Yeah, and up here, you guys, I have some more kind of, these are my Inglot eyeshadows. If you're not familiar with the Inglots, they are amazing. These are actually Polish company, but you can see them in, they have them in Macy's. They sell them, you know, obviously on the Inglot website. And they have those very cool looking Z palettes. As you can see, I'm like stacking them like Legos. There we go. Those are all Inglots. So yeah, these are very nice. I have some of my tinkle razors in here, so I have some backups. And years ago, you guys, I purchased this blush palette, and I used specifically this blush, which was my favorite, Baby Love. And as you can see, the rest is not as much used as that one. But yeah, I should get rid of this, but I like it. There's some more random eyeshadows. These are some, what are these? I depotted some of the blushes that I had in like a big bulky palette, and these are from Makeup Geek. So yeah, these are like extra blushes that I have. And there's more. There's more Inglot. So these are the round shadows. I don't think they make those anymore. See, I should be banned from buying eyeshadows. This is just crazy. And oh my gosh, there's more blushes from Benefit. There we go. Yeah, I should really see. That's what I did. I depotted those from different palette, and I put them in here in the Z palette. So I should probably do the same, so I have all of them in one place. And as you can see, there's more random eyeshadows in my Sephora Z palette. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is all I have in here. I feel like I should go through this occasionally and just kind of refresh, you know, and see what's important or what I should keep or not. Also, this hourglass is so beautiful. This is my travel kind of, you know, palette. And as you can see, I hit a pen on the middle one already. Yeah, these are the blushes and powders are on top, and the middle one is the highlighter, which I loved. So yeah, I like to take this with me whenever I travel. There I have some like random stuff in here. This is one of those silicone super sponge. I talked about this before. I have one that I keep in my first drawer, and this is like a backup. Yeah, so that's basically it. This is all I have. So those are the 3 drawers of goodness. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. I hope you like this video. That's completely different. Let me know if you wanted to know anything, if you have any questions. Some of the products, the one that I can find, I will link it down below, especially my favorites. So you can go ahead and check it out. Yeah, I'm not gonna link all of them because it's crazy, but the ones that I especially like, I will link it down below so you can go ahead and check it out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. If you're new to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.